There's a lot of heartache in the families of Zambia right now.
There are so many people that have been hit by HIV and AIDS that now it's beginning to pull the communities down.
You can't believe the impact that poverty and disease is having in the country.
They need assistance to help themselves. Bicycles are a great way to help the poorest of the poor to really lift themselves up. As I look back on what really got it started, we were all deeply moved by the stream of film coming into our houses from the tsunami. We thought maybe we can give our expertise that we've learned in the bicycle industry to help these people in such desperate need.
මේ තත්ත්වය තුළ අපි නොයෙක් උත්සාහ කරේ මේගොල්ලන්ගේ ජන ජීවිතය යථා තත්ත්වයට පත් කරන්න. ඒ වෙලාවේ මෙතුමා ඉදිරිපත් වෙච්ච ගැන මේ වගේ ස්වයං රැකියාව කරලා බයිසිකල් දීම ගැන ඇත්තටම මේක තමයි විය යුත්තේ.
තුනා අපේ තිබිච්ච ඔරුදැල් ඔක්කොම සුනාමියට අහු වුණා. ඉතින් අපිට දැන් ඒවා ආපහු ලැබුණත් වාරකම් කාලේ නිසා අපිට රස්සාවක් කරගන්න බෑ තාම.
சுனாமியால் பாதிக்கப்பட்டதால இதுல இருந்து சுனாமி பாதிச்சு தமிழ்த்து வெள்ள வாழ்க்கை இருக்காங்க.
When a disaster strikes, a man falls. So things like blanket, food, clothing, water, shelter, those types of things help him to stand. Now to keep him walking, that is where I see the bike comes in. The bike will help him to walk. A bike is something more than a relief. It's between relief and development.
One of the things that providing 24,000 bikes into Sri Lanka proved was that not only can one do a massive bicycle program like that by putting good bikes, new bikes on the ground, back them up with maintenance, and have them distributed well and accountable, but the impact is huge. The impact affects education, healthcare, and economic development. This is really important. It's something that we can deliver, and it can make an impact not only in the tsunami-hit areas, but also in Africa or other areas of great poverty. We met up with World Vision, and not only did they get the concept immediately of the importance of bikes to their communities that they were servicing, but they had the ability to execute.
The bicycle becomes a means whereby people now in our new caregiver methodology of getting caregivers going to the households to care for the ill and the dying, they can visit many clients during a day. They're all volunteer caregivers. These folks aren't paid. So the bicycle also goes into the household, and because it improves their economic well-being, then you see these people actually willing to volunteer even more because they know they can take care of their own needs.
If you want to address poverty and disease, you've got to address them together, and you've got to address them with a very comprehensive, well thought out method of assistance so that one day, if you're not there anymore, they can build upon it and grow on their own.
They might earn between $200 and $350 a year, and a bicycle, of course, costs approximately $100. It is a huge asset. When a bike gets into a household, when a household receives a bike, they now can get to their farm, plant their crops, get their crops back to market their crops, take their kids to the clinic.
They don't want a fancy bike. They don't need a lightweight bike. They don't need a bike with multiple gears. They need a warhorse that they can depend on day after day after day, and have it assembled right there, right in the location that we're trying to provide the bikes.
We basically are bringing in 26,000 bicycles into Zambia. That's a lot of bicycles, a lot of maintenance and repairs needed. Guess what? Creating employment for youth. And why do they need the employment? Because it gives them a positive image of the future. And that's what I think World Bicycle Relief is doing, is giving people a way and a means to reach out in very practical ways, providing a bicycle. I mean, what could be more helpful than a bicycle if I'm living in Africa in a rural context? Well, I think in this global world, we need to find ways to care for each other.
Poor people have got things they've got to do to survive. And if they're spending their time walking, they're not spending their time surviving.
So a gift to World Bicycle Relief will produce 6 times its worth. Why? Because there's no overhead on it. It comes into an existing program. I mean, we have a lot of resources already come into this program. So World Bicycle Relief just takes that and just adds in and multiplies the effect.
All bikes are is a tool. It simply gives people the ability to transport themselves where they need to go.
It's got potential to transform the lives of many people. So let's get on with it. Let's make World Bicycle Relief integral to the development of Africa, to providing help for people throughout the continent.